All right, guys, this is Dr. Camden again, coming from Agape Counseling Ministry at Crossroads Baptist Church. For our second session, I wanted to talk about balance in our life. In the first session, we talked about emotions, what they are, kind of the purpose they serve, how they may get us in trouble, and then what we can do about them from a biblical perspective. In this instance, talking about balance, I think it's important to remember, especially as, again, somebody said earlier that it feels like Groundhog Day. We're doing the same thing over and over each day, and especially in the middle of a quarantine. It's important to remember that to have a healthy balance in your life. And so across the counseling field, there's a common acronym called H.A.L.T, H-A.L.T, to remind people that if what we're going to talk about here in the acronym, if these get out of whack, that can lead to unbalance in our lives, at least from our basic needs perspective. So HALT in this instance, again more from a secular perspective, talks about hunger, anger, loss, or feeling tired. All right, now I don't know about you guys, but if I get hungry, or I might get angry, right? Or if there's a loss in my life and I'm focused on that and not the truth of God, then that might create some imbalance in my life. And then if I'm tired, certainly that may pull me in different directions. From a spiritual perspective, a spiritual halt, if you will, if we get out of balance, that could be from humiliation. Maybe we feel we've been mistreated in some way. Again, anger and loss, anger at others, anger at our church, angry at God. Loss, whether we've lost the ability to attend church in a building, lost the ability to visit people. And I think all of these kind of with the T in HALT lead to some degree temptation. Temptation to get out of our patterns, to get out of our well-being and pulled into things that maybe we were doing or not doing prior to being saved. So there's Dan Siegel, a well-known figure in the mental health field, described 7 components to a healthy mind. All right, the first one is sleep. We got to rest. And I know you guys are probably thinking, rest is all I've been doing during this quarantine. But whether it's rest physically or rest emotionally, taking time to rest and recharge is really important to keep our life in balance. We also need some physical time, some exercise, right? We know that exercise releases endorphins in the brain. It releases those feel-good chemicals that makes us feel better. It improves other functions in the body from a medical perspective. And it's just a good way of getting out stress. Another component of the healthy mind platter is time to focus. Whether that's through prayer or devotion, focusing on our family, focusing on producing something from a new hobby. It's important for us to be intrigued and for our interest to be piqued and drawn to something. Time in is another component of the healthy mind platter, and it's kind of a conglomeration of all the other ones, but just being engaged and being present. Whether that's, again, in your devotional or having discipline with your prayer, spending time with family. When you're doing that, being engaged and being present. We talked about sleep, but again, having downtime during the day, not filling our time with, do and go, but having time to rest during the day, not just sleep. Playtime, that's important. Being able to just have fun and relax. I think that, especially if you're at home and the stress of having to take on many other roles that maybe you're not used to, whether you have younger kids and now you're having to teach or spend extra time and with discipline and so forth. It's a reminder to take a break and spend some time in enjoying each other's presence. And then finally, connection, time for connection. Again, this is kind of a conglomeration of most of these, is spending time with each other and being present and enjoying that time. Right, again, we're created by God to be relational beings, and so that connection time, especially during times of this, we may be pulled in other directions or pulled to kind of isolate. from other people, and it's important to remember to connect with others, connect with your pastor, connect with God. Guys, that was a little bit shorter than our last session. Certainly, if you have any questions about the Healthy Mind Platter or ways to connect with others, ways to connect with God, just let us know.